Hey everybody, this is Troy from Maxx again. So I've had thousands of questions wanting to know what exactly is in Maxx. And laid out before you is everything that's in Maxx oil additive. So we're going to start off here and we're going to give you a little bit of a description, but we're not going to tell you exactly what's in it because if we did, then everybody would know. This is a multi-ingredient boron carrier with some ester components. That this ingredient right here has 4 different main components, and that is a pure concentrate. There is no oil in that. Now that doesn't mean there isn't oil in it, because when it's manufactured, it's synthetically processed with oil, and these different materials are applied to this product. This next one here is a multifaceted ingredient that is for friction alone. So there's about 14 different ingredients in this, and as you can see, it's extremely thick and viscous, and it smells really bad. So we have an extreme wear and detergent in this. We have an ingredient for friction, as well as it has components in there to extend the life of the oil and make it a long drain. Both of these ingredients together extend the life and reduce the oxide and the NOx effects. This is a polymer that we use that binds all of these things together and helps them become more attracted to the moving parts. It would be something that takes the place of ester and does a real fine job at that, reduces friction, and really strengthens the film layer on the engine oil. This ingredient here, this one here has 4 different components in it to make it, and it's there again. It's a petroleum. All of these are petroleum products, so we can't say that they don't have oil in them, but they're what would be considered an absolute concentrate. There is no stronger form of ingredients than what's right here. We have these manufactured for us just for that purpose. This here is something that we would use like a paint and a primer with load and pressure, which when it fires off, it helps to apply all of these other chemicals in their groups, help them to find their place. All of these ingredients are key in making this product. This also helps to reduce the corrosion level and the anti-foaming ingredients that come in engine oil. Most people don't realize that basically these are some of the components that are in soap. So if you didn't have an anti-foaming ingredient, when this got hot, started whipping around in the engine, you'd have air bubbles, and air bubbles don't lubricate. So this is one of the ingredients that carries that. There's 7 different ingredients in this. So, most of your engine oil additives are 1 or 2 or 3 components, and they do one job. This is a full array of add packages. This is not what you would consider. It is an additive, but the word additive is used absolutely incorrect when it comes to engine oil. You have add packages, and there's thousands of different ways that you can go about this to get to where you're going. This ingredient here is an ingredient that helps the engine to stay clean. It's another form of a detergent. It also is an extreme pressure agent, and once again, it helps it to withstand extremely high temperatures without breaking down. This ingredient right here is used very sparingly, and it is an ingredient that keeps us from having to use so much zinc and phosphor in engine oils to keep it clean. Here's the superstar right here. This is what nobody else has. That's hexagonal boron nitrate along with graphene. These are in up to 1/3 of a single nanometer materials. When most people talk about a nano product, it could be 999 nanometers, which is 1 nanometer shy of 1 micron. So when we're down there in the sub-nanos, in the subatomic levels, 1 gram of this ingredient, when spread out 1 atom thick, which is what it's divided into, will cover 450 square feet of area with a film strength of 1 gigapascal, which is the strongest form of material on the planet. And it's very fortunate that we have, over the last 9 years, invented a process to make this ingredient extremely inexpensively in comparison to the rest of the world. It's an absolute secret how we do this. By doing this, we can put ingredients like these together that are very, very beneficial in the oil industry. Now, all of that being said, we make our own racing engine oil. Comes in a bag. This engine oil is about 10 times the film strength of any other racing or oil on the market. We have tested plenty of them. We run it 3 to 4 times longer than any other oil. We have it in 2050, 5W30. We can make anything you want. We're in the business of making things better. This is another product of ours. This is a 6.5 pound, 1,000 cranking amp, 12 volt, 20 amp hour racing battery that we currently run in NASCAR. Harley Davidson battery, 680 cranking amps, tiny little battery, 12 volt, 180 cranking amps. We build race car parts, we build oils, we build things that other people want and use, need, can't get. There's another project. Working on this for, well, we'll just say it's more than likely something for the military. They want to convert this into something that is more stealth. We're always working on things to make things better. We're hard to find, we're obscure, we're out there. But we bring things to the marketplace that other people don't. Not because they can't, because they don't want to. They are a little bit narrow-minded at times and don't want to give us exactly what it was that's needed, or things that they have made. There's more great products that we can buy. We just don't get the option to. My great-grandfather worked for almost 70 years as a lead researcher for tuberculosis, H.J. Corper, in the early 1900s. So if it hadn't been for him, I'm not sure what would have happened with tuberculosis, but he found the remedies that we use today and all of the testing, and he told me when I was 8 years old, don't be so narrow-minded that you can't see what's going on. He spent 40 years looking at the wrong stuff till he met someone and opened his eyes, founded the National Jewish Hospital in Denver, Colorado, which is the lead respiratory facility in the world. Yep, eccentric, crackpot. I got every bit of it from him. But one thing we do believe in is giving our customers what they deserve, what they desire, and at a price that can be afforded. Not to say that some of our competitors' products don't do anything, but hey, We are selling Cadillacs at a Volkswagen price, and they're selling Volkswagens at a Cadillac price. If you want your engine oil to go 10, 20, 30,000 miles, give Maxx a try. It's proven over the last 9 years to be the most effective stiction stopper there is. And there it is, folks. It's all laid right out in front of you. It's not a single ingredient. You know, I think RevX likes the idea that people boast that it has a bunch of ingredients, but when I do an ingredient list on it, I'm here to tell you, it don't. It's no different than this right here, except for the fact that it's about 70% motor oil and 30% this ingredient right here. And that ingredient there alone is potassium tetraborate by itself. Not a very effective ingredient. It's also called soap. So we're going to tie a bunch of other videos to this and let you see for yourselves. We went and got some Hot Shot FR3. We're going to give a try because, you know, people say that it's not fair to compare Maxx to Hot Shot, because regular Hot Shot, yep, it's just ester. It's a friction modifier and a cleanser, and they claimed it fixes stiction, so that's why we did the testing. So now they informed us that the product we should be using is FR3, so soon to come, FR3 testing. Best Line failed, RevX failed, Arch Oil failed, Hot Shots failed. Every single motor oil we have tested has failed. So if you want to spend the same money and get a better product, well, then you can give Maxx a try. You can find it at zddpmax.com. And we'll soon be selling the oil gallons and 5-gallon pails at a time. It's taken off tremendously in the past year with the racing industry. Because when you don't have to rebuild your engine every 12 nights and you can go 50 or 60 nights, and you can change your oil every 7 nights instead of every 3 nights, that's money in your pocket. Hey, we'll catch up with y'all soon. Remember, we're not suggesting that there aren't better products out there. We're just claiming that what we can do is what we can do. And when we find new advancements, we're going to use them. We're going to step into that ring, and we're going to find ways to bring it to the consumer. It's time that America got treated like they matter. All right, today we're going to be doing this oil. It's Tribodyn 5W30, full synthetic. Supposedly it's a racing engine oil. I bought it from Summit. It was $29 a quart. So we're going to give this a test. It's pretty blue. I'm going to start off using the 1-pound weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's more weight than conventional oil. We'll give it a wear scar depth measurement. Bearing size is 0.433. You can see the wear scar mark. It's huge. $11 thousandths. For $28 a quart, that's pretty much a waste of money. We can go to Walmart and buy 5W30 and add a 1/4 ounce of Turbo Maxx to it, and end up with a wear scar that's only 2 thousandths, and we'll have a whole whopping $6 in it. So Tribodyn, nice try, nice pretty blue. I couldn't see using it in anything. Talk to you later. All right, we got the test we're going to do here now is on the Extreme Racing Oil 20W50. We've already found some discrepancies in the viscosity. It says it's a 20W50. Its website listing for its Centistoke says that it's a 40W50. And the initial hot test at 200 degrees showed that it's a 30 weight. So we're going to do a load test on this. We've already done one where we've added the Turbo Maxx. Now we're going to do it without. We have 2 quarts. I'm going to use the 1 pound weights. One, two, three, 4. So it's only got 4 pounds on it. We'll take this off and measure the wear scar. I'm going to pause here for a second. I think I figured out where the pause button is. Where's my wrench? So there's the wear scar mark with 4 pounds on it. There's the wear scar mark with 7 2.5 pound weights on with the Turbo Maxx with the same engine oil. And I'll pause it again and get my mics out. So, there you have it, 426 thousandths, so 7 thousandths wear compared to 1 with the Turbo Maxx in it. We'll see. The scary thing is the viscosity. If it's a 40 weight plus cold and a 30 weight when it's hot, it's not going to hold up very well for very long. It also smells like, I don't know what. Doesn't smell like any engine oil I've ever tested. So Not sure what's in there, and they don't give an exact MSDS sheet of what this is, probably out of fear that it probably is just good enough to work in some cases, but it is not a product that I would want. I wouldn't run this. I wouldn't even run it with the Turbo Maxx in it because it doesn't hold its viscosity. All right, I've got this Extreme Racing oil. It says it's a 20W50 high performance synthetic blend. Mixed it with the Turbo Maxx. We're going to give it a test, and we're also going to test it with nothing, and we've also done a viscosity test on it, and we'll let you know how all that comes out here in a little bit. We got the cold sample of the viscosity part to do the hot part. The label says it's a 20W50. The MSDS or product sheet says that it's by its Centistokes is a 40. It's a lower 40, lower 50 weight. So, and we just did the 200-degree test on it, and it came out at a middle 30 weight, not a 50 weight. So far, beginning to wonder. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Like I said, this is already mixed at ½ ounce per quart. And we'll use the 1 pound weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 pound weights, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do some 2.5 pound weights. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still running, 7, 7 of them. Take this off real quick. We'll do a wear scar measurement. Hold on a second, I got to sit you down. The measurement on this bearing is 433. Now, this is the same bearing we just used for the Tribodyn. Let's see if I can hold it to where you can see it. Where is it? See that little bitty mark? That is Turbo Maxx with the engine oil. That's pretty common with any engine oil. I can't hold on to all this. That's the Tribodyn. That's an 11 thousandths scar. You can't see with my other one. Set you down again. I put the spikes on it.